Now, tell us a little bit about your company that you helped co-found, and where does it fit into the supply chain, and what services and products is it offering to help supply chains out?
Okay. So Resolink is the market leader in supply chain resiliency and risk management solutions. So we provide software and data that enable our customers to build supply chains that are resilient to disruptions. So let me back up a little bit, right? Our CEO and co-founder, Bindia, she's a supply chain risk expert by the way of MIT and Cisco.
Yeah, that's a pedigree.
Yeah, that's a pretty strong category. And before that, also, she spent a number of years in supply chain at companies like Broadcom and Flextronics, Solectron back then, which got acquired. Now, back in 2010, she had this vision of making global supply chains resilient, sustainable, fair, and secure. And we came together, we translated her vision into Resolink. Like I was saying, we provide software and data solutions that enable companies to build robust and sustainable supply chains. What's really interesting about how we did it is we built this network of networks of manufacturing companies. So think social network, but for supply chains. Companies that join our network, they can securely share data with their customers or their suppliers. Now, leveraging the data that their suppliers may provide, they themselves input, Resolink provides, our partners provide, and using the decision-making systems that we have implemented, companies are now able to quantify risks in their supply chains, proactively mitigate them, and equally importantly, put the right people and processes in place. So should a supply chain disruption actually happen, they are there, they're able to mitigate it. And ultimately, what they achieve is revenue protection, customer sat improvement, brand protection, and also we help them control costs in terms of expedite ship and inventory management as well.
Excellent. So with this network, I like how you that illustration of the social network. So if I'm getting this right, if I'm reliant on my supply chain, but now my supply chain is broken for a reason, I can then find another supply chain source a lot easier and quicker.
Correct. In fact, what we actually advise our customers to do is not wait till the disruption happens, but take advantage of the analytics of the risk quantification in the multi-tier supply chain and proactively take action. So if you see a supplier that has higher risk, let's say they have a higher risk because of where they are geographically located. Maybe it's high hurricane risk, maybe it's a geopolitical risk, then take action today and quantify an alternate supplier. Qualify an alternate supplier, establish business relationships with them, start giving them some business so you are well positioned should your primary supplier go down, you have an alternate that can take over.
Yeah, that makes sense. It makes me, for some reason, I'm thinking of sriracha sauce because they were off the shelves for so long because they couldn't get the peppers. They probably should have had some alternate sources of the chili pepper that they needed long before the sriracha sauce wasn't available. I don't know if you saw that, but sriracha sauce was going for like $100 on eBay and stuff. It was crazy.
Yes, one of my favorite condiments. It was tough those few months.
yeah. I think they're back on the shelves. I think I saw them back on the shelves, but no doubt they're probably. I can't even imagine how many millions of dollars were lost due to that thing that happened there with their supplier.